Right now, big corporations are pouring millions into AI to get an edge in procurement and supply chain efficiency. But here's the thing, you don't need their budget to access the same technology. Stick with me and I'll show you how to get in on the ground floor of AI, leveling the playing field. In the Procurement IQ Master AI Chatbots to Transform Procurement workshop, I'll show you exactly how to break away from outdated systems and get real time AI powered control over your procurement processes. Imagine having the same advantages that corporations are spending millions to secure, but accessible to you at a fraction of the cost. Now, here's my ask, close out your tabs, silence your phone, and give this session your full attention. AI chatbots are reshaping supply chains right now. This is your chance to get in early before the game changes. I've spent years training professionals to master supply chain skills, and I've seen firsthand how strategic sourcing can transform business profitability. Now I'm here to show you how to integrate AI into your procurement processes, giving you a competitive edge without needing a billion-dollar budget. Why trust me? I've researched the top AI tools corporations are using in their supply chains, watching the incredible links they go to gain an edge. And now I'm here to share those insights so you can compete and succeed. Imagine running a supply chain that doesn't just keep pace, but actually leads, crafting sourcing strategies, predicting disruptions before they happen, automating supplier vetting, and managing compliance in real time. You're leveraging cutting edge technology, just like the big players, to build a resilient, future ready operation. Here's the first secret, AI chatbots crafted specifically for procurement. These chatbots are more than just powerful. They're designed to integrate seamlessly with your existing systems. Big corporations are investing millions in them because they enhance operations without requiring a complete overhaul. Think you need a tech team to make this work? Think again. Today's conversational AI is designed to be intuitive and accessible regardless of your experience level. Imagine conducting market research, vetting suppliers, and managing contracts with AI chatbots you can talk to, just like $1 million consultant, but without the price tag. I'll show you exactly how easy it is to get started. No coding required. Corporations embrace AI for its incredible ROI, and here's why. Automating repetitive tasks with AI chatbots saves both time and money. Large companies see savings of up to 73% through strategic sourcing, and now smaller businesses can achieve the similar efficiencies. With AI-driven automation, you'll manage your supply chain like industry giants, freeing up resources to reinvest in growth. This is high-impact AI tailored for businesses that need to maximize every dollar. Are you ready to unlock these advantages and get in on the ground floor of AI-driven procurement? In our workshop, I'll guide you step by step through each strategy and show you how to build desktop tools you can implement right away, putting you ahead of the curve while others are still catching up. Here's what we'll cover in the workshop. Session 1, Essentials of AI Chatbots. Here we'll dive into tools like ChatGPT and Perplexity that streamline everything from market research to supplier vetting to compliance. Session 2 is focused on building custom tools tailored to your needs, like strategic sourcing specialists, supply research assistants, and compliance monitors. Session 3 is made for creating a procurement toolkit to save you hours each week by leveraging automation. Session 4 will focus on leadership strategies for AI adoption, overcoming resistance, and fostering a tech-forward culture. Want to take this further? Join the VIP session where I'll show you how to turn your expertise into a consulting business, helping others navigate AI in procurement. Think about it. If all this workshop did was help you predict and avoid disruptions, would it be worth it? If it freed you from hours of manual tasks, would it be worth it? If it puts you ahead of the competitors who haven't yet adopted AI, would it be worth it? For a limited time, you can join the main session for just $97. The VIP session alone is $297, but when you combine the two, it's only $297 total, a great savings. Don't wait, seats are limited. Click the link to reserve your spot and step into the AI-powered future of procurement. supply chain professional feeling stuck while the industry evolves at breakneck speed? Ready to master AI-driven solutions? Are you a supply chain professional feeling stuck while the industry evolves at breakneck speed? Ready to master AI-driven solutions and take your career to the next level with a CPSM certification? Stay with me because what I'm about to share with you could be the game changer you've been waiting for. The supply chain industry is changing faster than ever before. AI-driven technologies are revolutionizing the way we forecast, manage inventory, and respond to disruption. But here's the problem. Many professionals are falling behind, stuck using outdated methods that can't keep up with today's demand. If you're worried about staying competitive or feel overwhelmed by the complexity of AI integration, you're not alone. But what if you had the skills and certification to not only keep up with, but also become a leader in this AI-driven world? That's where the CPSM certification and AI Masterclass comes in. Introducing the CPSM Certification Self-Paced Bootcamp with AI Integration Masterclass. This isn't just another certification prep course. It's your complete roadmap to mastering both supply chain fundamentals and cutting-edge AI tools. You'll gain full CPSM certification, recognized as the global standard in supply chain management, while also learning how to leverage AI for predictive analytics, real-time decision-making, and more. Imagine having the skills that top companies are looking for right now. Being able to forecast demand more accurately, optimize inventory with AI, and solve complex supply chain issues faster than ever before. This program equips you with everything you need to stay ahead in this rapidly changing industry. Here's exactly what you'll get when you join the CPSM Certification Bootcamp and AI Integration Masterclass. Comprehensive CPSM exam preparation. We'll cover all 3 CPSM exams in detail: Supply Management Core, Supply Management Integration, and Leadership and Transformation in Supply Management. You'll have everything you need to pass with confidence, backed by our expertly crafted materials that break down even the most complex topics. Self-paced learning with 24/7 access. No rigid schedules here. Study at your own pace, anytime, anywhere. Whether you're juggling work or family commitments, our flexible platform gives you the freedom to fit learning into your life. AI Masterclass to future-proof your career. You won't just learn supply chain management. You'll master AI tools that are shaping the industry. From predictive analytics to real-time monitoring, you'll have the skills to lead teams and drive efficiency using AI. Personalized study plans and live coaching. Take diagnostic tests to pinpoint your strengths and weaknesses. Plus, you'll get access to live coaching sessions where certified experts answer your questions and provide real-time support. But that's not all. If you enroll today, you'll also unlock these exclusive career-boosting bonuses completely free. 6-month access to the Supply Chain AI Toolkit. Get hands-on experience with AI-powered tools used by top companies for demand forecasting, risk management, and logistics optimization. This toolkit alone can save you thousands of dollars in operational costs and give you a competitive edge in the job market. 12-month membership to the Supply Chain Innovators Association. Join an exclusive community of forward-thinking professionals. You'll gain access to insider reports, industry resources, and weekly updates on the latest AI trends in supply chain management. Custom study guides and cheat sheets. Simplify even the toughest CPSM exam topics with our quick reference guides designed to help you focus on what's crucial for passing your exam. Career Growth Masterclass. Learn how to leverage your CPSM certification to negotiate better salaries, secure leadership roles, and advance your career to new heights. Resume and interview optimization. Showcase your AI knowledge and CPSM certification with expert resume templates and interview tips that help you stand out as a top candidate. The future of supply chain management is here, and professionals with both CPSM certification and AI skills are in high demand. This is your opportunity to stay ahead of the curve and become indispensable in your field. For a limited time, you can get the entire CPSM Bootcamp, AI Masterclass, and all the exclusive bonuses for just $9.97. That's a 47% savings off the regular price. But this offer won't last forever. Plus, we're backing your success with our pass or will pay guarantee. If you don't pass your CPSM exams, we'll provide extra support at no additional cost until you succeed. Don't let this chance slip away while others move ahead. Click the button below to enroll now. Secure your future and start transforming your career with CPSM certification and AI mastery.
All right, so hey everyone, welcome to the class. This is something we are trying for the first time to see how this works. We do live broadcasting in a hotel conference room. So we have our audience with us here, and so we're testing the sound. We're looking at different things to see how it works, see the bandwidth, see the batteries, see all the different pieces that make this thing work together. So we're going to start with Procurement IQ, Master AI Chatbots to transform procurement. This is where we're going to look at the different AI technologies that are out there that enable procurement professionals to get more done in less time. We're going to go over the different platforms. We're going to look at the different things and the way they operate. Make sure we do this. Start this afternoon, just introduce myself, Randy Malden with CPSM Training, SCM Jobs, Jack Quinn Solutions. Jack Quinn Solutions is the overall organization, and under there we got several different brands, SCM Jobs, CPSM Training, and we're adding a new entity called Supply Chain Innovators Association, where we enable you to use tools just like this to get more done in less time. The objective of the workshop is that we are going to look at how we can use AI to help us. We're going to look at the different ways to build custom tools. We'll start up here on the screen, and then we will go down to the desktop and share more about actually how to build different chatbots that are out there. And we're going to look at how to drive your organization to adopt AI to have a larger impact to get more done in less time. Talk about myself, developing different tools, building a procurement tool kit, and leading transformation in AI. First, we're going to talk about the different AI that are out there so that they can help you be successful. We have several different platforms, how to use chatbots, what they're used for, how they help you, the different types of chatbots and how they're revolutionizing procurement, how they're making a difference, and then identifying key functionalities for different chatbots and how they work. Overall, AI has been around for a long, long time. It's been out there for a long time, and it has made people able to do more with less. You heard big data. That's a form of AI where they can crunch all the numbers. And now what we're seeing is more functional AI that we can actually use on our desktop. It's become very popular in the media with ChatGPT. A lot of us have heard of that, but there's actually several platforms that are cost effective and easy to use that you can adopt for your personal desktop to be more productive, as well as other ways to have a more secure platform for your company that enable you to get more done in less time. Okay. So ChatGPT, there's 4 different ones that we're going to talk about: ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, and Claude. These are the different ones that are out there that enable you to be successful. Okay. ChatGPT is a large language model, allows you to be conversational with AI. Perplexity gives you advanced algorithms that enable you to do more with less. Okay. Gemini is Google's answer to AI, how it has a lot better integration and it can use a lot with Google Suite tools. And then Claude, which is more of we use it a lot for writing and being more articulate. We can use it specifically in the procurement side for contract management. Now, natural language processing, just like it sounds, what it is, us speaking to the bot, asking it to do things, it understanding what we say, and then executing what needs to happen. Really, really simple. It allows to continuously improve. It's always learning. So as you start to train the bot, we'll talk about how to do that a little bit later. We'll talk about how to train the bot, how to enable the bot, how to be successful with your bot so that it is more successful for your team, and then different use cases for procurement. So we have specifically set up 3 different use cases. We're going to actually do those use cases right here. And when you look at the links, we'll actually give you the data file so you can execute and practice on your own. Okay. Advanced NLP and natural language programming, that's a whole nother level. That's all very technical, something that we're really not going to touch, but be aware of it. Because not only are you going to use it in your procurement function, you're also going to be a purchaser of services of AI as companies come to you and say, hey, I've got a great solution for your problems, even though you don't know what your problems are. What we have here is an opportunity to learn how to use it for our own self, as well as learn how to purchase it for our larger organization. Streamlines workflows. You can actually build bots that can do multiple things and then give you the result. So you can train it to do things. One of the things that we did, we had somebody who was spending all day doing a report, looking at 8 different spreadsheets, trying to figure out things. We uploaded those spreadsheets, and within 10 minutes, his report was done. Just like that quick. So that's one way you can use AI to be more productive. Imagine that. Something that took you 8 hours to do now takes 10 minutes. What else could you do with that time? And then data-driven insights. What the AI bots allow us to do is look at a large set of data, rapidly process it, so we can come up with conclusions. The difference is you have to know what correct is, because the bot is going to give you an answer. It wants to give you an answer. It's going to figure out an answer for you one way or another. Now, whether it's right or wrong, that's up to you. You have to know that. That's one of the reasons we implemented the CPSM training with the AI masterclass, is so you can learn the concepts, know what's correct, and then learn how to apply these tools to those concepts so you can be more successful. Right? Gemini, one of the things that Gemini does is very language. It's the Google answer to AI. Okay, so it's out there. It's very automated. It gives you market insight. It has real-time data that you can tap into through internet search, and you can tap into data feeds that can feed it information as well. And as it's feeding you more information, it's enabling you to do more in less time. So imagine data coming in from your ERP, your enterprise resource processing planning system. It's coming in, it's looking, and it's giving you data. You get real-time data coming in. So instead of waiting till the end of the week to collect all the data, it can be coming in all the time. So that Friday afternoon, you already have the data. 10 minutes later, you've got the report, to where Monday, you're just firing off decisions based on the information you already have from the AI that put that together, right? Does that make sense? And that's where you can use Gemini. All of them allow integrations. You just have to know some are a little bit more technical than others. We want to talk about the ones that are easy to use. And then as you get more advanced, as your organization gets more advanced, you're able to do more with less, right? Claude, very capable AI, and it helps us do a lot of language things. So speaking, writing, analysis of writing, like contract management, that's how we can use Claude to be more successful. You can upload your contracts, you can upload terms and conditions, you can upload a check sheet of terms and conditions that you want to make sure are in your contracts. And you can train Claude to look to make sure every contract has that. You can get those gotcha clauses, right? Those gotcha clauses that are in contracts. You can upload those and train Claude to look for those gotcha clauses so you can see them and you know what's going on and what your vendors are trying to do for you, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so that's how we can use Claude. Another thing to use for supplier vetting, where we can have the bots can go ahead and can send a notification to your vendors. It can ask for a response. It can give them a series of questions, and you can do that several different ways. You can do that where you ask questions, right? And it gives you a response, it processes a response, and then responds with other questions. So you can imagine your entire supplier interview process being handled by a bot, right? All via email, even conversationally, where they call the vendor. You meant sometimes vendors don't want to respond, sometimes they don't give you a full answer. You can train bots now. They're getting so sophisticated to where you can have a vendor call in, or you can call out and check in with those vendors, say, where's our report, where's our stuff? And you can go back and you can actually program that into a bot and make that work. That'll be more advanced class, and we'll talk about that at a different time. It's not going to be the scope of this particular training. We're going to talk about simple, easy stuff to use on your desktop that you can use. That way you can start to see the benefit of using AI chatbots to be more successful. Okay. Then again, we're going to talk about some real world examples. What are the different platforms? You have Claude, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini. ChatGPT is very good for having conversation with a bot. Just like when I'm talking to you, you can talk with the bot. Very easy, very quick to understand what you're trying to get at, give you an opportunity to correct it, and then just give you a whole lot of information. Again, you have to know what's correct for it to work best for you. Perplexity, a lot of data, right? You can look, it does a lot of real-time searches. You can look at big data files that either you upload or you connect via a feed or connect via a link where you have a much bigger data set that may not be able to be uploaded because there are limitations on the upload. Gemini, again, very multimodal. You can connect multiple different platforms through the Google interface, and that's what Gemini is. It's very easy to use, to the point you can say, I want a bot that does A, B, C. Boom. 2 minutes later, you have a bot that does A, B, C. I don't like what A, B, C is. I want D, E, F. Okay, you go back and it'll change it. It'll constantly work with you to get what you want at the end. And then Claude, very much about conversational analysis of language, a lot of text analysis here on Claude. Okay. Some other things to think about, Claude or ChatGPT has 175 million users. That's a lot. Perplexity gets 2.5 million queries or questions per day. The cost per query for Gemini is 0.0015 cents, which is your cost, because all of this does cost money. Believe it or not, you can have access to a lot of these tools for only $20 a month. If you look at your time and the value of your time is $20 a month, a lot, it's not that much at all. Okay, and then Claude is very accurate, very 90% accuracy. Again, you have to know what's correct, why you want to do CPSM certification. So you know what correct is, then you apply the bots to those concepts. Developers, these are the people that develop the different systems. ChatGPT is OpenAI. They are the one that's most advertised right now, most well known in the media. OpenAI does a lot of interactive pieces, and there are also enterprise solutions where you have a more secure option. Okay, Perplexity is built up, another AI startup. Gemini is Google's solution. Claude is Anthropic. And these are all different companies that produce these AI platforms. Okay. Now, the way we can use these, some ideas on how to use the different platforms for email responses and different reports. ChatGPT is a very, very good solution. Very easy to upload simple spreadsheets, upload an email. So give me a good response for this, give it tone, give it personality, different ways to build the bot so it has personality there. Document analysis can be very much on Claude. It's very good for documenting different analysis for the documents. Perplexity is also pretty good, but Perplexity does a really good job, in my experience, taking data and text and integrating it, right? So for example, you have a contract with specific specifications and then data from vendors. You can put the two together to find the best vendor for that particular solution. Supplier communication, automation of email to send reports, to request reports, to make phone calls, to get information that you need, certifications that need to be up to date, need to be correct and compliant. So compliance is very good there. And market competitor analysis, you can build custom ChatGPTs to do this custom analysis. Not only can you do that with ChatGPT through OpenAI interfaces, you can also do that with Claude, Perplexity, and Gemini as well. All of these, there's API feeds that can feed you market data, right? You can get feeds from your vendors. You can get shipping feeds from different shipping organizations. So you have a lot of incoming data. You don't have to wait for reports to come in. You can have data fed into the bot, so it's constantly updating, and then it sends you alerts when things aren't quite the way they should be, right? Okay. Strengths. ChatGPT is a very large language model, very good with text and generalities and thinking through different pieces, right? ChatGPT limitations is, sometimes there's a limit to the amount of text you can upload. It's limited there, as well as it's not necessarily up to date with the latest information from the internet. Sometimes with ChatGPT, what you're looking for is sometimes with ChatGPT, what you're looking to see is that, it has data, has limitations, and it can work through that regard. Limitations is that, it's not necessarily up to date right now. So Perplexity is a more up to date platform, right? Gemini can get you more current data if you know how to talk to it. Perplexity gives you different concise summaries and very good user interface, and there are limitations with the data that's available to it. Gemini, great for complex data analysis. We do our spend analysis, right? We're going to use a Gemini bot. Okay, I built one, very easy to use. You upload it, and within a few minutes, it gives you your entire spend analysis to identify what vendors you're spending the most money with, and then giving you strategies on how to reduce that cost within minutes, saving you a lot of time. All right. Drafting policies, looking at contract analysis, looking for deals, and integrating different capabilities from different other bots. Really good for Gemini. Okay, Gemini and Claude together, advanced analytics, contract reviews for Claude, because it does very good with text analysis. Planning and forecasting, Gemini, good crunching data, making the data work for you to find information. Okay, drafting policy, Claude is a very good platform for writing things. So if you're struggling with writing contracts, you're struggling with responding for emails, or trying to write a big report, you can use Claude to create the document that you can then edit, which editing is a lot easier sometimes than writing from scratch, right? That makes sense? Okay. Other different ways to work with it: advanced reasoning, strong language capabilities, and integrating with the different services that are out there. All of them are, you can integrate different ways. There are other platforms that integrate the different platforms. One of the ones that we use, MindPal. There's a link in the description if you want an access to MindPal, where you can bring in different bots that can do different things and then bring those different results together to produce a final output, right? And they're all scalable based on your time and money that you have available to do things. Different bots can do different things. One thing to be concerned about, one, privacy, security, data. So when it comes to data, privacy, and security, understand that all the models that we're going to talk about are public open platforms, to where anyone who's paid to be on the platform has access to the content on the platform. I don't mean this to scare you. It's basically everybody's inputting their data, asking a question. So behind the scenes, ChatGPT has gazillions, trillions bytes of data all up in there. And it's always learning from all the data, right? So one question you need to ask about, is your company that big or that important to worry about hacking, right? And it's not even hacking. It's just somebody has to know exactly what they're looking for to go in and find your data. I really haven't seen the details on the security issues that are out there, right? So that's one of the things we want to be concerned about. Okay. Okay, we had a battery issue, so I want to make sure we drop off right there. All right. So this is good. So it enables us as an organization, just be aware of the security issues. Again, is your company that important? Do people really care? All right. If you're a small mom and pop shop, say small, medium sized business, even some large businesses, you're putting all that data in there is not really a big deal. Bottom line, nobody cares, right? However, if you're a really big organization with classified information or major issues, then you may want to consider that. But there are enterprise solutions that give you that security. If you're interested in those solutions, reach out to me and I can help connect you with people that build those solutions for companies, specifically for your company. So you don't have to worry about security, data, privacy. It's all yours. It's all on a secure server and it's easy to use, right? Okay. And the other good things about the different platforms, they have great communities to support, teach, and enable you to learn, right? So with all that good information out there, it enables you to be successful. So when you have a question, like, I'm not sure how to do this, you just ask the community, start with a bot. The bot will probably give you a good answer, but then you can actually go to the community itself and say, hey, I have a problem. How do I solve it? And everyone will work with you to help solve that problem for you. Okay. Now, how can we use this for procurement? Automation, where you can have those redundant tasks like filling out an invoice, requesting a report from a vendor, right? Doing a routine weekly report, a data report, take that weekly report, turn it into a data report, have a constant monitoring of data. So automation to help you do that. The whole RFP process, automated. Negotiating with the vendor, automated, right? All these different things can be automated to make your life easier. What I envision is a procurement professional managing 50 to 100 bots doing the various functionalities that right now different analysts are doing within an organization. So as a procurement professional, even as a supply chain professional, you are going to be able to do more with less, and you will be expected to do more with less. So now you don't only want to master the tools, you also want to start to master the concepts and the advanced concepts of supply chain management, where you look at the supply chain from beginning to end, from raw materials all the way through customer delivery and service, everything in between, mining, transporting, transforming, right? Transforming the raw materials into parts, taking those parts and manufacturing them into things, taking those things, shipping them to a distribution center, shipping it to the customer, servicing the customer, every bit of that, you want to start to understand the pieces, because you'll be expected to manage the bots that manage all those different functions, right? Bots are not going to replace the people. The people have to become smarter than the bots, and bots are best when they're specific, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later, okay? Data analysis, again, you can crunch big data in minutes, seconds, microseconds. You can communicate better. You would be able to communicate with email. You can do automation communication. There's a lot of different ways you can use communication and decision support. So as you're contemplating different strategies, you're looking at different data, trying to contemplate, what is the data telling me? What am I missing? The bot can tell you if you know how to speak to it, right? If you know how to speak to it. Very easy to use different languages. You can be very comprehensive in your language, real-time information with those data feeds that we're talking about, and integrating with different Google platforms or Google suites that are out there. Make sure you look at the different platforms because each one's different and each one provides a better solution based on the questions you're trying to ask. Real-time information, Google integration, again, these are all different ways to do this. And we're going to develop some custom procurement tools with AI chatbots. We're actually going to run through it. We're going to show you how to use it. We're going to show you how to build it and then give you the tools to be more successful. All right. That'll be in the next session. We're going to move this session from up here down to the desktop so that you can actually see what's going on. Make sense? All right.
Supply chain professional feeling stuck while the industry evolves at breakneck speed? Ready to master AI-driven solutions and take your career to the next level with a CPSM certification? Stay with me because what I'm about to share with you could be the game changer you've been waiting for. The supply chain industry is changing faster than ever before. AI-driven technologies are revolutionizing the way we forecast, manage inventory, and respond to disruption. But here's the problem. Many professionals are falling behind, stuck using outdated methods that can't keep up with today's demand. If you're worried about staying competitive or feel overwhelmed by the complexity of AI integration, you're not alone. But what if you had the skills and certification to not only keep up with, but also become a leader in this AI-driven world? That's where the CPSM certification and AI Masterclass comes in. Introducing the CPSM Certification Self-Paced Bootcamp with AI Integration Masterclass. This isn't just another certification prep course. It's your complete roadmap to mastering both supply chain fundamentals and cutting-edge AI tools. You'll gain full CPSM certification, recognized as the global standard in supply chain management, while also learning how to leverage AI for predictive analytics, real-time decision-making, and more. Imagine having the skills that top companies are looking for right now. Being able to forecast demand more accurately, optimize inventory with AI, and solve complex supply chain issues faster than ever before. This program equips you with everything you need to stay ahead in this rapidly changing industry. Here's exactly what you'll get when you join the CPSM Certification Bootcamp and AI Integration Masterclass. Comprehensive CPSM exam preparation. We'll cover all 3 CPSM exams in detail: Supply Management Core, Supply Management Integration, and Leadership and Transformation in Supply Management. You'll have everything you need to pass with confidence, backed by our expertly crafted materials that break down even the most complex topics. Self-paced learning with 24/7 access. No rigid schedules here. Study at your own pace, anytime, anywhere. Whether you're juggling work or family commitments, our flexible platform gives you the freedom to fit learning into your life. AI Masterclass to future-proof your career. You won't just learn supply chain management. You'll master AI tools that are shaping the industry. From predictive analytics to real-time monitoring, you'll have the skills to lead teams and drive efficiency using AI. Personalized study plans and live coaching. Take diagnostic tests to pinpoint your strengths and weaknesses. Plus, you'll get access to live coaching sessions where certified experts answer your questions and provide real-time support. But that's not all. If you enroll today, you'll also unlock these exclusive career-boosting bonuses completely free. 6-month access to the Supply Chain AI Toolkit. Get hands-on experience with AI-powered tools used by top companies for demand forecasting, risk management, and logistics optimization. This toolkit alone can save you thousands of dollars in operational costs and give you a competitive edge in the job market. 12-month membership to the Supply Chain Innovators Association. Join an exclusive community of forward-thinking professionals. You'll gain access to insider reports, industry resources, and weekly updates on the latest AI trends in supply chain management. Custom study guides and cheat sheets. Simplify even the toughest CPSM exam topics with our quick reference guides designed to help you focus on what's crucial for passing your exam. Career Growth Masterclass. Learn how to leverage your CPSM certification to negotiate better salaries, secure leadership roles, and advance your career to new heights. Resume and interview optimization. Showcase your AI knowledge and CPSM certification with expert resume templates and interview tips that help you stand out as a top candidate. The future of supply chain management is here, and professionals with both CPSM certification and AI skills are in high demand. This is your opportunity to stay ahead of the curve and become indispensable in your field. For a limited time, you can get the entire CPSM Bootcamp, AI Masterclass, and all the exclusive bonuses for just $9.97. That's a 47% savings off the regular price. But this offer won't last forever. Plus, we're backing your success with our pass or will pay guarantee. If you don't pass your CPSM exams, we'll provide extra support at no additional cost until you succeed. Don't let this chance slip away while others move ahead. Click the button below to enroll now. Secure your future and start transforming your career with CPSM certification and AI mastery.
All right, can you hear me? Check, 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 check. All right, here we go. All right, so make sure we're good that way. All right, so next thing I want to do is talk a little bit about how the different platforms, what I'll do is share my screen. And by sharing my screen, we will then be able to kind of walk through the different platforms that are out there. All right, let's go ahead and share my screen and see what we get to. Share the screen. Let's create a new one. So there we go. All right, good. All right, very good. Okay, so these are the different platforms we have here. And one of the key things when building and working with chatbots is going back up a second here. All right, so here what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about building prompts, which is the key to using bots successfully, how to build some automation, just give you some ideas on how to do things. Really, it's just an introductory class to kind of wet your whistle, give you an idea of how to use chatbots for your desktop procurement functions. Now, of course, there are a lot more sophistications, deeper things you can do, but we're going to talk mainly about how to do this here. Okay, so let's go ahead and here. All right. Let's go walk through some things, and then we're going to get into the practical app. All right. So this is when we talked about session 2. We're going to talk about actually building out some bots. All right.
different solutions. You can build these based on what your needs are. So one of the key pieces to building bots is, number one, mapping out your process from step by step all the way through. What is it? What's the result you're trying to achieve? Then what are the steps it takes to achieve that result? Okay. So understanding those differences and how that works is very important. Okay, and through this, again, the bots are becoming so sophisticated now that you can do pretty much anything. If you can think it, the bot can do it. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of supplier research. Great way to go through that. I actually built one of those bots, and I'll show you that here in a second. Gain insight to data. We have some data sets. We're going to bring those in. We're going to look at those, and then looking at different workflows, things that may be redundant, things that you don't want to spend time doing. You can program a bot to do those things. Now, when you're building a bot, there's formats for it. In other words, you have to give it instructions in a very specific way, right? And these are the next things we're going to talk about here. Objective statement. What is the thing that you're trying to achieve? What's the result you're trying to achieve? Any context or background, things that it needs to know. Just think about your own way you work. It's like, the boss comes in and says, I need you to get this done. And you need to understand why that's important to get it done. What's the context of that particular task? Because tomato may not mean tomato over here, right? You have to understand how those things work. Any specific instructions you want to follow specific steps, like it must do X before it does Y before it does Z, right? You have to give it very specific instruction because you want to follow through on that. And then looking at the different platforms you want to use to enable you to execute, right? There are different platforms have better capabilities than others. And then there's a platform, one of the ones that I use, okay, called MindPal, which again, there'll be a link in the description where you can go in, use my affiliate link, get a few shekels, if you decide to use that service. If not, it's great. Either way, you're aware that, what MindPal does, it integrates the different platforms. What it's really good, it brings those in. I'm gonna actually show you how I did that with one of my spend analysis bots that I built. Okay, something really easy. Now, what are the components of an effective prompt? As I mentioned before, the objective statement, right? Number one, what is the objective statement? What are you trying to achieve? Number two, any context or background that it needs to understand, right? What is the role that it's trying to achieve? What is it trying to do? Any specific instructions that it's looking to work with, needs to follow specifically. Any constraints, like don't look over here, but look right here. And the reason you do that is because bots are very good at doing exactly what you tell it to do. And with the new AI, it thinks a little bit, not really thinks, but it tries to find how it tries to reason a little bit. So you have to maybe sometimes give it some parameters, some things to set it on. Any data elements that you need. So if you're doing a spend analysis, what data do you need specifically? You need to know the date of a transaction. You need to know the vendor that you spent it on. You need to know the amount that you spent it on, the category of the spent item, right? Is it on a contract or is it on an invoice? All these different data elements. So in addition to understanding the process from end to end, you also need to understand the data required to make a specific decision. The output format. Do you want a handwritten or a written report? Do you want graphics? Do you want line graphics, bar charts? Do you want, some type of analysis? How do you want it specifically? Style and tone. This is where you start to get the bot some humanity, right? That's where you start to get the bot where it starts to engage with you in a way that you'd like to be engaged with. Or if you need to write to a specific personality. For example, I like to use the DISC method of personality analysis because it's easy to follow, direct, interactive, stable, and calculating. Those are the four, right? DISC, DISC. And somebody that's direct, they're not going to need a lot of details, but somebody that is calculating needs a lot of detail, right? And so you can train the bot to deliver the results based on the person you're writing to, right? And there's ways to figure that out based on the way they send you email, the way they leave a voicemail, the way they interact with you kind of tells you the kind of personality they are, so you can write a report for their personality. And with more effective communication, you're likely to get what you really need. And then, of course, the different platforms that you want to use. All right. And you can run them on different platforms and test them until you find the best one that works for you. All right. Prompt components, objective statement, context background, specific instructions, constraints, and requirements. Any definitions, relevant details, and if you do have an example of the output you're looking for, provide that example. Upload the example. I want you to have an example just like this, and it'll actually try to produce a report just like that. Okay. We can do that to identify top suppliers. We have data. We're going to run through that here in a second. We compare different suppliers, which ones are more compliant than others, and then give us a summary and analysis of them. Right? Are they have specific certifications? Are they up to date? So the bot can run those differently. Delivery can track delivery, make sure it's going to meet your on-time delivery. Is it going to stay within budget? All these different data elements you can crunch, right? So now imagine CEO, Mr. CEO, CFO, start to build a supply chain bot for your different business units that are constantly monitoring all these pieces of the supply chain: delivery, cost, availability, suppliers, constraints within the supply chain, all these different pieces. You can do that, right? What data do you need? What questions can you ask it? Is it the right data? Ask it to clean up the data, right? Give it an example of what it should look like. Here's an example of a prompt for supplier vetting, like that. Okay. I need objective statement. What am I trying to achieve? Generate a detailed report to evaluate a potential supplier qualifications, capabilities, and suitability for our organization's procurement needs. Context and background. We are seeking a new supplier for a critical component used in our manufacturing process. It is essential that the selected supplier meets our quality, delivery, and cost requirements. Okay, so what does that mean right here? You need to know what your quality requirements are. You need to know what your delivery requirements are. And you need to know what your cost requirements are. Okay, so you have to tell it specifically. Just telling it to meet our quality is not going to be good enough. You got to explain what quality means. Specific instructions: analyze supplier's financial stability, industry experience, quality certifications, production capacity, customer references, provide a recommendation on whether or not to proceed with a supplier. Required data elements: company overview, financial statements, quality management system, manufacturing capabilities, customer references. Okay, now think about customer references. Do you have to now call all those customers? You could train a bot to send an email asking for a supplier, a reference, right? You can have the bot call on your behalf. They can do that now. It actually sounds very human. And then any other relevant certifications. Formal language, maintain a professional tone, right? What exactly you want this to be? A report that's going to go before a board or for a decision committee. So it's not going to be between you and your buddy. You want to give it a very suitable tone. Terminology: incorporate industry specific language and concepts to demonstrate your expertise and relevance to the procurement domain. Adopt a conversational style to engage the procurement team members. Communicate technical concepts in plain, easy to understand language. Which platform should you use? Ask the platforms which was the best fit, and then run a couple of tests to see if it works. So in the beginning, it's going to take you some time. You're going to look at the different platforms. You're going to try the different ways of doing it on each specific platform. Then you're going to find the one that gives you the best result that you're looking for, and then you're going to focus on using that specific platform. All right. More templates: procurement report example. Upload what you use right now, and it'll build a report for you. If you wanted to use tables with numbers, it'll give you that. If you wanted to use bar charts and graphs, it'll create that for you. It'll tell you, it can do what you want if you tell it what you want. Okay. Here's our supplier vetting. Another way of doing it: vet new suppliers. Electronic components needed in development of our new smart home device line. We're expanding our product portfolio with the launch of an innovative smart home devices, which requires sourcing high quality electronic components. Leverage Perplexity AI to identify and assess Asian suppliers, focusing on their production capacity, quality certifications, and export experience to the U.S. market. Require suppliers to hold an ISO 9000 certification. Right, so all of this can go right into a bot, and it will execute for you. Okay. Product specifications: you need to know what those are. If you have a supplier database, you give it access to it, or use a publicly available supplier database. What is a publicly available supplier database? SBA, SAM.gov, that's one right there. thousands of vendors are already in the database. So if you don't have one yet, you can tap into that. And there is a feed from sam.gov that you can tap into. Performance metrics and certification criteria. What exactly is the certification you want them to have? Okay. Why Perplexity AI? Rapidly retrieves current data, right? Gives you concise statements or summaries. It can do a lot of very relevant research that's going on right now, and it can also verify any data that's out there. Leveraging AI responsibly. What does this mean? This means be careful. As I mentioned earlier in the previous session, this is about, it's on a publicly available platform. It's open. Everyone's putting their data on there. Anyone, and the bots are learning from all the data people are putting in there and the questions that they're asking. All that is happening in real time. So just be aware of that. So you don't want to put up any privacy issue type data. All right. Sometimes you may want to anonymize, right? Make it anonymous type data instead of having specific company names. Give those companies codes, give them vendor A, vendor B, vendor C, whatever it is, you can actually then draw that out and use these tools. Make sure you're compliant with your company policies. If your company doesn't have a policy, right, this is an opportunity to take leadership and build a policy for your company in regards to this. Research it, build it. That way you're compliant. Run it through your legal department, run it through your auditing department, these type of things. You can actually be a leader in this area, demonstrate leadership. Verification of the data, accuracy. This is where you have to know what correct is. So as you start to produce a report, you may want to start with, you test it with something you've already done. Give it the data you built a report on, looking at and see what type of result it gives you based on the report that you've done before. Does it match? If not, why not? Did it see something you didn't see? Did it consider something you didn't consider? Or did it totally miss the mark, right? Did it totally miss the mark altogether? That means that, hey, what's going on? I don't know. I'd have to retrain the bot, train it to see what it needs to see, and then understand the different policies, AI policies there. Okay. Building a desktop toolkit. We're going to talk about that. Looking at data that you have access to. So know what data you have access to. What kind of information do you want to draw from that data? Automated workflows, we talked about that a couple of times, and then enhanced collaborations. Imagine, you just got a lot more information that you can use for your organization. Okay. Streamline your procurement, data-driven decisions. This is how we can use AI to be more successful. Right. And we're going to actually build these tools right now. All right. Good to go. All right. Scalability, maximize efficiency, avoid pitfalls, proactive strategies, and then leading AI-driven procurement. That's our next session we're going to talk about. All right, let's take a break for a second. Okay, what I'm going to do now is, let's see, we got time here. All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to build some bots. All right, we're going to build some bots. Let me go ahead and do this right now. Pull this over here. Okay, one I like to use a lot. There's a couple I use. So you see I got all these linked up right here, right? Yeah. ChatGPT, start with that one. And the way you do with ChatGPT, okay, very simple. Create a new account. If you don't have an account, create a new account or log into your old account. I simply log in. All right. I use my Google sign on here. Get you go there. All right. Different forms that you have out there. And you have access to a lot of different bots. I'm just going to give you kind of an overview of what we're looking at here. Okay. So this is where you're going to start to give it a prompt right here. Okay. These are the different models that are available within ChatGPT, and each one does things a little bit differently. Most people right now are in the ChatGPT 4.0, which you can use for most tasks. Canvas, really haven't started playing with that, but it's more on the coding piece of that, the technical side. A01 and O1 Mini, this is like, these guys are fast, really, really fast. They do advanced reasoning. This is where you can give it a little bit of information and it's going to go a really long way. And then here's some other models, legacy models that are already out there. Okay. So it starts there. Over here, this is your sidebar here. So where you can search different chats, okay, like prompts. Okay, so it's looking at all my different things that I've put together. A lot of this I use to build this workshop. All right. Okay. Here's where you can start a new chat. Click and just start a new chat right there. Pick the model you want to use. Okay. These are different chat GPTs that other people have built that you can tap into. And these are all previous conversations that you've had with ChatGPT. Okay. So this is like, as you can see, I got hundreds of them right here. But let's talk about this Explore ChatGPTs. Other people have built things for you already. Okay. So you can go in here and search to see if somebody has built something that you're looking for already. All right. Let's see if it's come up with a. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So good. Here we go. AI procurement consultant, ChatGPT procurement professor. These are all different agents people have built for this, right? Okay. Spend analysis. Here we go. It's another one. What's going on is other people have built these. So this is SEO. Here we go. Spend analysis. Somebody's built a spend analysis, right? Okay. The reason I'm showing you this is that these are tools that have already been built for you that you don't have to go in and program, and it'll save you a lot of time in some cases. Again, you want to test these things to try and get to the ones that serve you best. Logistics tracker. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So there's some mergers and acquisitions. Here's a logistics assistance. Again, you just want to use it. Kind of give you a description of what it is. Okay, some conversation starters and tells you how we'll do certain things. Pretty easy to use. So play with this. In other words, you don't want to spend time building something that you haven't built yet, right? Okay, it may already be built for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Now, if you may notice over here, right, my GPTs create. So let's go back to the home screen. Just refresh here. ChatGPT, brand new. As if you're starting from over here under me, my plan, my GPTs, customized ChatGPT settings. These are different things that you can use. So let's go through these. So my plan, this is where you have your monthly plan. Of course, I mentioned there's a business plan. Now notice that it's $25 per user. You have to have a minimum, I think, of 2 users built annually. Just gives you a little bit more access to a little bit more stuff. The other thing is that it's secure, right? So you can work with your team within this. So if you're worried about security or compliance, this is one way to handle that. Again, check with your compliance guys, verify that it would meet your standard into this. Otherwise, which is where I spend my time. There we go. Okay, that's where it's only $20 a month. How much you getting paid an hour? How much is your company charging you for per hour for somebody else to do work? $20 a month. You can break that down into pennies on the dollar. All right. Okay. What else we got over here? My GPTs. These are GPTs that I've built, which I'll talk about here in a second. Okay. I've built these very easy to use. Right. Go through and you can. So if you have these redundant reports that you're doing every single week or every single day, and it's taking you hours to do it, you're a business owner or a CEO or a supply chain director, and you've got buyers or analysts doing these reports for you on a daily basis, this is where you can build your own GPTs, and that bot can do that report. You feed the data, that same data you're feeding your analyst, right? Feeding the same, and it creates the report for you. You have to train it just like you would your analyst in almost the exact same way you would train your analyst, right? Pretty cool. So now you start to reduce your headcount, or in a lot of cases, you don't have enough headcount anyway with everything that you have to get done. So all the analysts that are looking at me now saying, quit giving away our jobs. I'm telling you, your job is secure so long as you start to understand these tools, right? Get the CPSM training that's offered with this conversation that we're having this afternoon, understand the concepts and start to build out the tools. Be the guy that builds the tools instead of the guy that gets replaced by the tools. All right. I'm going to show you how to build one here in a second. It's real easy to do. All right. So here you go. There. Let's create those. We'll come back to that. Customize ChatGPT. This is where you're telling ChatGPT how to work, how you want it to work with you. All right. So for me, I always write because I have a big head. Sometimes I try to sound smart. All right. So this is where you can go in and actually give it some instructions. How do you want ChatGPT to respond? Do I want it to respond in a certain direct, concise tone, or do there are other things we want to do? So here you go. You can answer those questions. You can play with that. All right. Okay. And then settings. Here are different settings that you can always show code, auto detect, play with these different settings, personalization. All right, speech. It'll talk to you. I don't do that stuff. All right, shared links, export data, builder profile. This is where when you start to build bots that other people try to use. Now, this is all how is OpenAI, ChatGPT gonna make money? People like you and me building bots that people use, and as more people use your bot, rumors are they're going to start to pay you or give you credit for certain things based on the number of people that use your bots. So if you're creative and you want to build kind of a side hustle, this is a great way to do that. You're doing these tasks anyway. As I showed you, people are looking for the tools to do those tasks because they don't have them. They don't want to spend time building them, right? So builder profile, this will give you a profile. People can look at you, give you ideas to work with you. Connected apps, these are different ways to connect different drives where you can tap into different data that's available. That's how you can build out, download an ERP report daily, upload it into your Google Drive daily. The bot goes in, connects to that data, runs the analysis, boom, it gives you a report. So all that can happen at 5 o'clock at the end of the day, the data is downloaded, boom, the bot goes to work. You come in the next morning, your report is done. And then security. Okay. This is where enable multi-factor authentication. I use the single sign-on. That's what I use right there. Okay. Now let's go back to creating GPT. So my GPTs, you saw where I saw that here. That's where we are right now. And create a GPT. This is how easy it is. I need a bot to conduct supplier vetting for our new electronic line. Our biggest concern is not relying on manufacturers and now we're getting crazy. Okay. Now, why would I say that? All right, current situation, right? Potential geopolitical issues where China could do something to Taiwan. Therefore, that supply chain gets cut off for whatever reason. All right. Now we want to start to find suppliers that would limit our risk in that particular geopolitical situation. Well, let's see what it is. Okay. Now, what's going on is the bot is building out instructions, trying to figure out what you want based on everything else it's learned. And what it's going to do is say, okay, here we go. Give me a solution. Okay, supplier vetting expert. I like it. All right, I like it. You're cool. Now, you want to talk to a bot the way you talk to a potential dating partner, male or female, and start to make it feel good about it, because then the better they feel, the more likely they're to work with you. All right, so now it's giving me a picture. There we go. I like that. That looks good. Looks good. All right, boom. Okay. So now it's going to start thinking. There you go. Create. Everything got started. Then you come over here to configure. Now it's giving us the name. It's giving us a description. It's giving us the instructions, some conversation starters. Now it's done. This is where you can upload data from vendors, suppliers. This is where you can say there's a whole database of supply chip manufacturers. You can upload that data right here and train it. And you can train it on how to analyze vendors, tell it exactly what to do right here. Interpret code and data analysis. So if you're going to do a lot of data analysis, which in this case we are, because we're going to master and look at Excel spreadsheets, we're going to click this button. If you don't click this button, and I made this mistake once before, I was sitting there trying to make it do a spin analysis and it just wouldn't work. And like, what is going on? It's so easy. And it's simply because I didn't click that box, because then now the bot will actually look to analyze the data that you're putting into a spreadsheet. If you don't click that, it'll keep giving you some new stuff, right? And then create new actions. Okay, this is where you can start to use what they call webhooks, APIs, those data feeds I was talking to you about. That's what we have here. Okay, these are all different. These are technical, way beyond the scope of what we're talking about here. Okay, import from a URL, a data feed, another one. You can do that right here. But again, that's beyond our cases here. And then we're going to do is create it. All right, go back here. Everything looks good. Keeping it very, very simple. Create. And now here's where you can share it, the GPT, like only with me. Nobody else can see this. If this is my tool, right? Share with anyone with the link. So if you're a team within an organization and you're building these tools for the organization, anyone with the link, you can share it out there. You can create a spreadsheet. Actually, within our training, you can join our membership. You get five free bots where you go in, use our tools that we've already built, or if you want to join our professional, we get 20 different bots where you see all the different bots that you can use for procurement. And then you just go in and start using them. And that way you build them, or you build your own. Or you can put it out in the ChatGPT store where everyone is going to see it, right? Where everyone's going to see it. So we're going to put here, anyone with a link, save it. It's creating it. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right, view it. All right. There we go. Suggest suppliers outside Taiwan for electronics. All right. Vietnam. Okay, now you're seeing it giving us a lot of information. All right. And which is all good. The only problem with this data that we're receiving right now is all the data that built ChatGPT is prior to 2023, I believe. Let's just ask, what is the latest date of the information you are using to create this list? Okay, now the reason we're asking this question is because there may be some new vendors out there. Okay, so October 2023, right? So you see where it got the information. Now, what you can do with this information, you're concerned about Taiwan, China, of course, right? Now you got more vendors that you can tap into. All right, so here, great, say great. Can you give me a list of components that I can get Samsung Electronics, South Korea? Let's see if it gives us anything. I'm going to guess no because it's kind of asking for it. Let's see. Well, there we go. Okay, again, this is 2023. It's going through and building this. All right. All right, good to go. So now I'm doing research, trying to find a vendor. Now, I'm as an individual doing this, right? Now, you as a supply chain director, a global strategic supply chain director, you build a bot. In the morning, you come in, you've been given a list of requirements from the boss. Hey, we're concerned about Taiwan. Go find a report. Great, good to go. You build this bot. You then, boom, push it, and it goes. And it does all this research for you while you go off and do other things. So even though you got a hot report came in, you built a bot that can do that work or do your other work while you work on this. Okay, great. I need points of contact for this vendor. How do I contact them? Okay. Let's see what it does. All right, here we go. Okay, so I got a website, I got a contact page. Great. Nice. See? So right here, in a matter of seconds, all right, well, that took, I think, less than 5 minutes. I found a vendor outside of the China geopolitical situation. I identified one, asked it for all this, and I could probably go in and get a lot more, right? And I can do more analysis, which one's closest, which one has the best exchange rate. I can ask all these different questions to really focus in on how to build a resilient supply chain, finding alternative vendors to the geopolitical situation over here. Now, China is one that we're talking about right now because China and Taiwan, that's been in the news for a long time, but there's other ones that are out there. Okay. Food, right? Fertilizers, metals, right? All these different things that you would go in and you can do that. And this is my bot, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share this. Let's create a link. Let me go ahead and put this in the chat. Go ahead in the chat. Here we go. Got my comments here. Let's go here. Here is the link. All right, so I uploaded that into the chat so you guys can use this if you want to play with it. Anyone can use it. If you do like it, make sure you contact me via LinkedIn. It's probably the best way to connect with me is LinkedIn. That's the one that I pay attention the most to. and work there. Okay. So let's go back into this. All right. Let's dig. All right, cool. Okay. So you can use these things, right? Now I built it. And that's ChatGPT. That's one of them. That's one of the four that we've talked about today. The other one I want to talk to you about is one that I like to use, Perplexity, for data analysis. Now, before I do that, let's go back over here. Now, I built the one chat, my chat GPTs, spend analysis. All right, boom. All right, let's go. Let's rock. Now, I built some stuff here. Where's my thing? Document. Yeah, there we go. All right, spend analysis right here. Boom. All right, boom. Okay, based on the data, give me a spend analysis report. Now, I could just leave it there, right? I could just say that, no, just give me whatever it wants to give me. Or going back to our conversation about prompts, if you want specific output, you have to ask for specific output. Okay. And then you want to give it some more context. Okay. You can say, you are a supply chain consultant with Gartner with over 25 years experience. Based on the data, give me a spend analysis report so I can identify my highest spend, then provide me 2 to 3 strategies to reduce costs in this area. Now let's see what we get. Okay, so you can see it's starting to run through, right? Starting to look at things. Okay, what did it do? It's analyzing all this data. You got about 1,000 that I put in here. Let's see what comes through. And it's building this. So let's spend analysis. Okay, that's something we do on a regular basis, especially in our area, right? Okay. Now we see here manufacturing good. We spend what over 2.7 million. Here, logistics 2.7 million. So they're right around the same thing. Okay. Now, strategies, right? So you're the analyst, buyer analyst. You've been given this, hey, I need to find out where I'm spending money. Want to do it differently? You know who you're spending the most money with. It's giving you some alternatives, some things you can research. When you go through the CPSM training, you would understand every single one of these strategies, right? So not only would you understand the suggestions, you would also be able to check to make sure the bot's correct. Good to go? Make sense? All right, good. So with that, and then you can create a report. Okay, this is great. All right, great. Can you create a report with a bar chart that summarizes your findings and recommendations? So, okay. So now it's going to create a report for us. All right, where it's going to actually create all this good stuff. Now, this is the one that I messed up, and I'm going to show you something here in a second. All right, we're going to do this one, and we're going to actually take a break before we do Perplexity. Okay, boom. See that? Now the report. Look at that right there. Download the report here. See what that report looks like. Let's see here. Boom. Downloads. Boom. Let's see what we got. I have no idea what it's going to look like. Probably garbage. All right. Okay, so here, real quick. Boom. Not a lot of fluff. Use some things. This is great. Now, if I'm a supply chain director, I see this. I'm like, oh, bam, good to go. All right. I want you to research these alternatives and let me know which one's best by the end of the day. Now, this is a little bit beyond what we have here, right? You're gonna have to give some more data. Which one's best is relative based on the search situation, but you can play with that right here. Okay. Now, here, boom. If I didn't like this output, if I didn't like what I was doing, I go in here, I can edit the GPT, configure, right? These are all the ways I trained it. I made sure I had the data analysis. This is one I was having issues with before. And if I want to add more training, or if I wanted to change it, say, hey, good work. Make sure bar charts have different color bars. Okay. It'll say it okay. And what it's doing is updating. All right. Okay. Another one is, okay, make sure my boss loves data. Whenever you produce a report, make sure to include the detailed data as an appendix. Cool. Right. Okay. Will just give me trouble. So yeah, and what's going in is going in and it's updated, right? So I'm training it to be more detailed, to give me better charts, to do my report. So I'm giving a report to my boss gives me feedback, I come back to the bot and I give it feedback. You're the boss, right? So now you want to train a team of bots. There's all kinds of ways to do this. And then once all that's done, boom, update it. Now it becomes smarter, gives me colored charts, give me details. Make sure you go to Sunny's, good barbecue. All right. And it's just a little bit better. All right. So you can just play with a little bit more. All right. Cool. It's another one there. I'll copy the link. And I'm going to put that in the chat box as well. All right. Here's the chat box. Here's another one. Here is the spend. Cool. All right. So these are all, this is all stuff you guys can use all the time. Really want to make sure that you leverage this stuff. Okay. So we've been going at it for about an hour, 20 minutes. Before we jump into the Perplexity side, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Supply chain professional feeling stuck while the industry evolves at breakneck speed? Ready to master AI-driven solutions and take your career to the next level with a CPSM certification? Stay with me because what I'm about to share with you could be the game changer you've been waiting for. The supply chain industry is changing faster than ever before. AI-driven technologies are revolutionizing the way we forecast, manage inventory, and respond to disruption. But here's the problem. Many professionals are falling behind, stuck using outdated methods that can't keep up with today's demand. If you're worried about staying competitive or feel overwhelmed by the complexity of AI integration, you're not alone. But what if you had the skills and certification to not only keep up with, but also become a leader in this AI-driven world? That's where the CPSM certification and AI Masterclass comes in. Introducing the CPSM Certification Self-Paced Bootcamp with AI Integration Masterclass. This isn't just another certification prep course. It's your complete roadmap to mastering both supply chain fundamentals and cutting-edge AI tools. You'll gain full CPSM certification, recognized as the global standard in supply chain management, while also learning how to leverage AI for predictive analytics, real-time decision-making, and more. Imagine having the skills that top companies are looking for right now. Being able to forecast demand more accurately, optimize inventory with AI, and solve complex supply chain issues faster than ever before. This program equips you with everything you need to stay ahead in this rapidly changing industry. Here's exactly what you'll get when you join the CPSM Certification Bootcamp and AI Integration Masterclass. Comprehensive CPSM exam preparation. We'll cover all 3 CPSM exams in detail: Supply Management Core, Supply Management Integration, and Leadership and Transformation in Supply Management. You'll have everything you need to pass with confidence, backed by our expertly crafted materials that break down even the most complex topics. Self-paced learning with 24/7 access. No rigid schedules here. Study at your own pace, anytime, anywhere. Whether you're juggling work or family commitments, our flexible platform gives you the freedom to fit learning into your life. AI Masterclass to future-proof your career. You won't just learn supply chain management. You'll master AI tools that are shaping the industry. From predictive analytics to real-time monitoring, you'll have the skills to lead teams and drive efficiency using AI. Personalized study plans and live coaching. Take diagnostic tests to pinpoint your strengths and weaknesses. Plus, you'll get access to live coaching sessions where certified experts answer your questions and provide real-time support. But that's not all. If you enroll today, you'll also unlock these exclusive career-boosting bonuses completely free. 6-month access to the Supply Chain AI Toolkit. Get hands-on experience with AI-powered tools used by top companies for demand forecasting, risk management, and logistics optimization. This toolkit alone can save you thousands of dollars in operational costs and give you a competitive edge in the job market. 12-month membership to the Supply Chain Innovators Association. Join an exclusive community of forward-thinking professionals. You'll gain access to insider reports, industry resources, and weekly updates on the latest AI trends in supply chain management. Custom study guides and cheat sheets. Simplify even the toughest CPSM exam topics with our quick reference guides designed to help you focus on what's crucial for passing your exam. Career Growth Masterclass. Learn how to leverage your CPSM certification to negotiate better salaries, secure leadership roles, and advance your career to new heights. Resume and interview optimization. Showcase your AI knowledge and CPSM certification with expert resume templates and interview tips that help you stand out as a top candidate. The future of supply chain management is here, and professionals with both CPSM certification and AI skills are in high demand. This is your opportunity to stay ahead of the curve and become indispensable in your field. For a limited time, you can get the entire CPSM Bootcamp, AI Masterclass, and all the exclusive bonuses for just $9.97. That's a 47% savings off the regular price. But this offer won't last forever. Plus, we're backing your success with our pass or will pay guarantee. If you don't pass your CPSM exams, we'll provide extra support at no additional cost until you succeed. Don't let this chance slip away while others move ahead. Click the button below to enroll now. Secure your future and start transforming your career with CPSM certification and AI mastery. Now, big corporations are pouring millions into AI to get an edge in procurement and supply chain efficiency. But here's the thing, you don't need their budget to access the same technology. Stick with me and I'll show you how to get in on the ground floor of AI, leveling the playing field. In the ProcureIQ Master AI Chatbots to Transform Procurement workshop, I'll show you exactly how to break away from outdated systems and get real-time AI-powered control over your procurement processes. Imagine having the same advantages that corporations are spending millions to secure, but accessible to you at a fraction of the cost. Now here's my ask. Close out your tabs, silence your phone, and give this session your full attention. AI chatbots are reshaping supply chains right now. This is your chance to get in early before the game changes. I've spent years training professionals to master supply chain skills, and I've seen firsthand how strategic sourcing can transform business profitability. Now I'm here to show you how to integrate AI into your procurement processes, giving you a competitive edge without needing a billion-dollar budget. Why trust me? I've researched the top AI tools corporations are using in their supply chains, watching the incredible links they go to gain an edge. And now I'm here to share those insights so you can compete and succeed. Imagine running a supply chain that doesn't just keep pace but actually leads, crafting sourcing strategies, predicting disruptions before they happen, automating supplier vetting, and managing compliance in real time. You're leveraging cutting edge technology, just like the big players, to build a resilient, future ready operation. Here's the first secret: AI chatbots crafted specifically for procurement. These chatbots are more than just powerful. They're designed to integrate seamlessly with your existing systems. Big corporations are investing millions in them because they enhance operations without requiring a complete overhaul. Think you need a tech team to make this work? Think again. Today's conversational AI is designed to be intuitive and accessible regardless of your experience level. Imagine conducting market research, vetting suppliers, and managing contracts with AI chatbots you can talk to, just like $1 million consultant, but without the price tag. I'll show you exactly how easy it is to get started. No coding required. Corporations embrace AI for its incredible ROI, and here's why. Automating repetitive tasks with AI chatbots saves both time and money. Large companies see savings of up to 73% through strategic sourcing, and now smaller businesses can achieve the similar efficiencies. With AI-driven automation, you'll manage your supply chain like industry giants, freeing up resources to reinvest in growth. This is high-impact AI tailored for businesses that need to maximize every dollar. Are you ready to unlock these advantages and get in on the ground floor of AI-driven procurement? In our workshop, I'll guide you step by step through each strategy and show you how to build desktop tools you can implement right away, putting you ahead of the curve while others are still catching up. Here's what we'll cover in the workshop. Session 1, Essentials of AI Chatbots. Here we'll dive into tools like ChatGPT and Perplexity that streamline everything from market research to supplier vetting to compliance. Session 2 is focused on building custom tools tailored to your needs, like strategic sourcing specialists, supply research assistants, and compliance monitors. Session 3 is made for creating a procurement toolkit to save you hours each week by leveraging automation. Session 4 will focus on leadership strategies for AI adoption, overcoming resistance, and fostering a tech-forward culture. Want to take this further? Join the VIP session where I'll show you how to turn your expertise into a consulting business, helping others navigate AI in procurement. Think about it. If all this workshop did was help you predict and avoid disruptions, would it be worth it? If it freed you from hours of manual tasks, would it be worth it? If it puts you ahead of the competitors who haven't yet adopted AI, would it be worth it?
Share my screen and let's get to it. All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Well, where's my screen? There it is. All right, cool. Add the stage. All right, perfect. Right. All right, let's start over. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Window. Well, all right, cool. You can see up, up, up. All right, good to go. Cancel that. All right, I think we're good. Okay, let's turn off all these. Turn off all these bad boys. Okay, so next thing I want to share with you is I mentioned before that how you can start to take all these different chat bots and use them together, right? And one of the platforms that does that, and there's several that do that. One of the ones that I like to use is called MindPal. If you're interested in MindPal, definitely check the description. I'll give you a link there. And this is one of the platforms you can use. Now, I went ahead and I built a procurement process workflow. And how I did that, that'll be a different training altogether. Again, this is just kind of an introduction. So I showed you one platform. Now I'm showing you another platform that integrates the different platforms and other things. So you can build bots that automate workflow and do a lot of things on its own without actually hindering you to get that done. All right. So this is MindPal right here. Okay. Right here, home kind of gives you an idea of this. This was what I was building. Okay. These are the different agents. Now, one thing to remember about bots is they're very good at one specific thing. But if you actually ask it to do too many things, it will become overwhelmed and get confused and just give you a bunch of gobbledygook. So what I built are several individual bots that do one thing, right? Now, how do you build an agent with MindPower? You just come over here and say, what do I want? I want a negotiator bot to help me negotiate contracts with vendors. Right, an example of output. I had no idea. It says optional. So let's see what it is. Okay, so it's going through. It's creating all this. Like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Building an agent. Do I like it? Looks good. Save the agent. And you know, as you're reading the background, remember the prompts. Okay. Output. All right. Looks good. Okay. Looks good. Or if you don't like it, you can regenerate it. It's going to drain it again. It's going to give you even better, right? Okay, looks good. Save the agent. Like this, enhance its background. And when you enhance the background, it just gives the bot more capability, more context from which to think, right? It's going through. It's going there. All right, good to go. The only thing I'm looking for here, okay, potential concessions offer. Also, says also include include communication strategies to deal with different personalities in the room. Got that in there. Let's enhance the background a little bit more. All right, so cool. All right, cool. Now here, Knowledge Web. So here you can kind of give it some thread where you can upload training, PDF documents. You can connect it. Let's see if it's going to do that. Okay, well, I don't have any connections, but here's also some searches you can use, right? So Yahoo Finance would be a good one. Of course, Google, Wikipedia. These are all different ones you can use. DuckDuckGo's one. You know, all these different ones. And YouTube. And what this does basically is it's going to go out and search these areas. So they basically done and added a component to where you can actually do research, right? Research on it. Output here, site knowledge resources. I would do this just so you know where the data comes from. Sometimes these bots make stuff up. They'll create URLs that look really official, but they go nowhere, right? So if you're going to put your reputation on the line by giving people data from a bot, just like you do with an assistant or an analyst or someone that works for you, you're going to validate and verify they know what they're talking about before you put your name on that report. Okay, so make sure it cites sources and responses. Okay, model settings. Now, these are the different platforms I was mentioning before, right? You have to go in and you create this as ChatGPT, Anthropic, which is Claude, Google, Grok, which is the Elon Musk Twitter one. Okay. And all these are different good things. Now, this bot is going to be about reasoning and conversation. So I would use, okay, specifically, I would use Mini just because it keeps what's the difference, right? So here's kind of telling you how much credits are used. And this is what it's costing you. Now, credits vary in price, and it's a few pennies for a few 100,000 different credits, right? So it's not a lot, but you still want to manage it. right? So here you go. This, okay. Anthropic's another one. If I wanted to use, if I was thinking about writing contracts, then I would probably pick Claude. If I was going to do data analyst, not data analytics, I would probably use Gemini. If I was going to use contract terms and against supplier delivery, supplier reports, I would probably use Gemini as well because it can combine the two a lot better. All right. And then Grok is another one that's still being developed. It's not as well known, so I'm not quite so sure what it does best. Okay. All right, so good. All right. So for here, we're going to go with ChatGPT Mini, keep it this. And with this output tokens, this is going to limit the number of characters it does in the response. Why is this important? So if you're looking for a lengthy response, say a 10,000 word report, this 2,000 isn't going to get it, right? You're going to have to increase that output tokens. Why do you want to meter this? If you're publishing bots, if you're letting other people in the organization use the bots, people that aren't necessarily trained, then they can go through a lot of credits very fast. So you can kind of limit this, right? Also, another reason to limit it is you want to limit the responses that the bots are going to give so they don't go too far down the wrong path, right? Especially in negotiations, just like in any kind of negotiation, you're going to give and take. So as it's giving you information, you're going to ask it new questions. So you may want to limit that response as well. And then temperature here, that's going to give you the really creative, meaning it's just going to kind of do whatever it wants, to where this is kind of, the Dr. Spock logic type, deterministic type scenario. Keep it in the middle, probably is a good one. 3.0. You want creativity, but you don't want to go too crazy, right? Now, in negotiations, I may want to give it a little bit more. Right, I'm going to give it a little bit more just because I like to. And then here's some different tools you can use as well. All right. Assign tools to this agent. So here you can create code. You can generate a PowerPoint presentation. You can generate an image, a mind map. I like mind map. Uh, tools create search for images, stuff. Now, the reason I would want mind map in here is because when if I'm thinking negotiations, I want to have a web of stuff that I can actually talk to it about. Then advanced settings down here, memory. This is where you can add more memory or other things, but we don't need to worry about that here. Okay. And so it is. I have to delete that now that I added it. Doop, and doop. All right, now we're about to update. Boom. All right, it likes it. Hit this bad boy right here. Oh, this is good. We got our negotiator bot here. Let's talk to the bot. Right here, you can do a new thread, which basically means you can chat with them, right? Negotiator bot. Hey, I need to negotiate the best term or it's possible for electronic components from Samsung, South Korea. South, right, spell Korea, right? Look at things like shipping rates, currency, exchange rates, cost of materials, and time. Cost of time we work. What is the best strategy? Let's see what comes up. I have no idea. Now it's going to do Google search. It's looking for all these different things. Okay, so now it's building out negotiations plan. All right, good. Why would this be important? Right. So if you have a new analyst, you're training them, you're teaching them, right? If you're building bots to do this, because once this is built, the next step is you can add to it a market research bot, which will go out and do the pricing research. You can do a logistics shipping right bot. It'll go out and do the research for all these shipping rates. So it basically take this negotiations plan and it will go out and find, you build bots, right? Okay, to do each one of these little pieces, then to create a more comprehensive report. Okay, think about the time it take you to build all this on your own, the days and hours of research versus you saying, I got to do this with so-and-so, do the research and go home. You come in the morning, the report's done, you're ready for the next step, right? Okay, so you can work that. Now, once you build these agents, all right, so that's an agent. Let's just give you an example of an agent. Then you can build workflows. The workflows are the automation pieces here. So I did a procurement process workflow. Like if I want to buy electronic components, what's the thing? I need electronic components for medical devices, specifically heart pacemakers. I have no idea what it is. All right, so now let's see what happens. All right, so it's going to go out, and now it's going to build me a procurement plan for this, right? Okay, see how it's going through? Okay, what do you need? Now, what I've done here is I'm capturing information. Who's asking this information? So I know who's going on. Randall Walden, super cool guy. You can definitely email me if you want at scm.jobs. All right, boom. And now it's going to go through and it's going to create some more stuff, right? Yeah, about 30 more minutes. Then we're going to let everyone go. And now it's going through, doing a lot similar to our negotiations process, but it's going a little bit more. Stakeholders, external stakeholders, communication methods, frequency, needs versus wants. Right, so you can look at this plan, and you can, as a person who's been certified CPSM or other certifications, you can start to look, where do I need human input, or where do I just need somebody to go do research? And you can go through, and then you can build out bots to do the research you need done, right? Conduct market research. Okay, so they can't do that, doesn't have enough information, not a problem. Edit, right? Okay, back, let's cancel this. Let's regenerate this. Any requirements? Okay. Chips, semiconductor chips or heart pacemakers. I have no idea what's going to happen. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now it's going to go through. Okay, we still haven't given enough, but that's okay. It's told us exactly what the problem is, so we can go back in and research this. And again, here saying a little bit more research here. So basically, I've given it a requirement that's just too much, right? I take that, export that, and it gives me the actual document, and I can use that. Let's do this again. See, you want to do it again. What I'm going to do here, let's do a desk, something a little bit brighter. Computers for a graphics department. All right, through here. Again, I just built this workflow. And now what this workflow does, let's look at this workflow as we're letting that thing do its thing. Right, before I do that, it's going to ask me for my name, right? Super cool. Super cool. Cat. Randy at scm.jobs. Okay, so I'll let that work. All right. Okay, now it's going off the work. So what I did here, here's my thing. I went through and I connected the different agents, right? I trained those agents. Those agents are here. Identify specific requirements, which is my spend analysis tool or my needs analysis tool, my specification analysis tool, market research tool, sourcing strategist tool. I built all these different agents and I put them to work inside this workflow, right? Now, you may have noticed my spend analysis workflow. Another one connected it, right? Spend analysis, insights, recommendations. This, and I trained these bots as well. Okay, they're all trained here. Different resources, knowledge, output settings, all these different pieces here. All right, let's see what we come right here. All right, go here, market research. Okay, still not yet. So I'm gonna have to go back and play with that, see what we can do. All right, one of the first ones I did, if I could give it a specific laptop, more specific requirements, which would be some of the things you would ask it, right? You make sure it gives you those specific requirements, and then it can go out into the market to find it. Fair enough. Okay, but you can build that. And that's with MindPal. This is one of the things that you can use to connect the different bots that are out there. Yep, ChatGPT, Claude, which we saw that in there. You saw Gemini, and Perplexity is another one that we'll use. So let's talk about the different ways to use Perplexity. Perplexity is very good at research, very good at research. So let's go back to our question over here. Okay, well, Perplexity. I need to purchase computers for my graphics department. Help me build a sourcing plan with include market research for possible vendors. Oh, well, there you go. Now it's doing its thing, right? So you see how it's working and it's thinking through this. And these things are getting better and better every day. Again, the whole context or reason we're doing this training is to get you, the procurement professional, in on using these tools and thinking about using these tools. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Boom. Workstation. It's giving me real time data, right? And so this gives me an idea, a place to start. Okay. It gives me some more questions to ask. What are the key specifications? Now, why would I ask this question? This question I would ask, and I would send it actually to the user that's putting the order in. Hey, do I have all the right requirements? Is this correct? Am I missing something? Graphics, you're probably looking for a lot of RAM and a lot of power, right? And you can send this over there. You can build bots to send that information over there. Okay. Claude, log in. Now, what I would do with this, based on this, all right, start a new one. Based on the following, create an RFP request for proposal plan with vendors in the San Diego area. Well, right. That's going to actually create an RFP, right? Well, that I could use and I could upload into a RFP system. Proposition requirements, right? There we go. Technical proposal, service proposal, cost proposal, evaluation criteria, submission guidelines, 30 pages, timeline, boom, boom, boom. And now with this, you can now do an RFP for that. Okay. You can do this to analyze a contract. You can do this, a lot of things. So we're Claude, again, ChatGPT, great for just conversation, reasoning, and figuring things out. Perplexity, great for analyzing data. Analyzing data. Let's see if we can do that. Data. Over here, my data. Let's buy the data. I got some big data here. Here we go. I see it's got some limitations on that. However, you could connect a URL, and that would allow you to get more access to more data, right? Let's see here. Let's see. Again. Okay, but which one is good for this kind of analysis? I'll show you. One that's good for this kind of analysis is Gemini. Gemini will do this type of analysis. Yeah, I do the pro plan. All right. Boom. Upload files. One big get all here. Oh, play this one again. Backing that one up, you know. This is modified. Here we go. That will work. And conduct a SWOT analysis. On the attachment. All right, it's going through. It's doing its thing. It's not a lot of data, right? It's just for 1 month, but you can imagine doing this every month, right? And then those reports, consolidating them and then doing a year's worth, right? It's doing all this different works. Now, what I would do is I would go in, say, here you go. We can see right here, these guys got the most spend. All right, you can go with it from there. And from there, you have spend analysis. Okay. But it's doing this work, right? It's doing all this different work for you. You can play with it from there. Okay. So all this makes sense. All right. So yeah, we want this to make sense. And again, this is just starting to be used and it's having a good time. And it's learning how to use all these different tools. You remember the key pieces are ensuring that you've got a very good prompt, very good data, all these different pieces come together to make sure that they work in the best way. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, last couple of hours looking at ChatGPTs. What I'd like you to do is reach out to me on LinkedIn. Okay. You send out LinkedIn. That's probably the best way to connect with me so that you can make sure that we do this. My website, all this other stuff. Here we go. And then any feedback you have on this. This is all good information. Helps us get better. And that way we can give you better content. If you would like to get a free resume review, definitely do that. Go to scm.jobs. You get a free resume review there. Okay. Okay. And definitely connect with me. Okay, connect with me. That'll be at LinkedIn. And be happy to chat with you on LinkedIn, help you with any information, any questions that you might have, or if you have requests, you want training on a specific thing, reach out to me, let me know. And with all that, hope you have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon.